by introducing new girlfriend to the kids. That violated COVID-19 guidelines. It was 1980s or 1990s, I remember this band, Honeymoon Suite. They had a hit song called New Girl Now. In this recent case, the parents had 2 children who had been living primarily with the mother. Since separation in January 2019, they came before the court to obtain a parenting order to finalize issues relating to support, among other things. Incorporated into the mother's request for a parenting order were numerous complaints about the father's child rearing decisions, such as that he incorrectly installed the children's car seat, accepted video calls while driving, and did not have fencing around his swimming pool. But as the court found, her key concern related to the father's new girlfriend. The court explained social circle. The mother's most important complaint, however, is that the father had not been following COVID-19 guidelines based on the children's statements to her. The mother alleged that, and the father acknowledged that he introduced the children to his new partner and her 2 children. The details whose involvement with the children have not been shared before this motion, despite her requests. The court expounded on why the mother found this troublesome. This is a major concern for the mother, the court stated, and the children are in regular contact 2 to 3 times a week with elderly parents who are, especially in the father's case, at an increased risk of harm. The maternal grandmother is 77 years old. According to the physician and note accompanied the mother's evidence, had complex and involved medical history, put him at very high risk of a bad outcome should he develop a COVID-19 infection. Mother said that her father suffers from severe asthma and rheumatoid arthritis and was recovering from a recent cancer treatment. The physician explained that the patient should not comply with all provincial and national guidelines and restricts his contacts with other persons who might be at risk of having or carrying the infection. In a nutshell, the mother accused the father of breaching the government's published COVID-19 guidelines in several respects when he introduced the new girlfriend to the children. For one thing, he had not identified the girlfriend's name to the mother, nor had he sought her agreement prior to making the introduction, as the guidelines mandated. In light of these concerns, the mother now asked the court to order that the children's COVID-19 related social circle be limited to the father, the mother, and the mother's parents only. She also asked that the court immediately affirm an order that the father's overnight access with the children was to take place at his home only, and that he was not to permit any of the third parties into his home, including the new girlfriend, when the children were there. The father resisted. He said that the mother's allegations had a hidden motive. He conceded that he had not shared his new girlfriend's name, nor asked the mother in advance for her consent. But this was because the mother had endured anxiety and panic attacks since learning that the father was dating someone new, and he was concerned she might engage in stalking or intrusive behavior. In the father's view, the mother was merely using COVID-19 guidelines as an excuse to prevent the father and his new girlfriend from seeing each other, and to block the father's attempt to incorporate her into the children's lives. After hearing the evidence, and while acknowledging the father might have legitimate concerns over the mother's potential to stalk, the court agreed that the father had breached the social circle guidelines. The guidelines did not mandate that everyone must give their agreement in advance to have someone new join the social circle, but to move matters forward and against a broader background of its parenting orders and other remedies, the court tailored the order to specifically incorporate the father's new relationship. It expressly designated that the children's social circle, consisting up to 10 people, would now include the children themselves, the mother, the father, the maternal grandparents, the father's girlfriend, and her 2 children. The father and mother were also ordered to ensure that the social circle numbers continuously complied with the government's guidelines. And the children also adhered to court-stipulated restrictions around attendances at indoor and outdoor events. The terms of the court's order could be changed by both parents providing their written consent or by further order of the court. So what do you think? Do you think the court got this decision right? Father has a new girlfriend now. You can share this blog and this YouTube video with your friends. You can leave your comment at the box below. We're going to endeavor to answer everybody's comments at the end of each week. Hit the bell to subscribe to our upcoming videos in the future. Thank you for watching today. I'm Russell Alexander.